try an experiment. I'm going to pull a few cards and see what these can tell me about using the pendulum with the tarot cards. Let's see if we can get an answer, if it's going to give us some information. Okay. So the first card out is the Devil. The Devil. So let's see what we get with the energy of the Devil. This will be interesting to see if it picks up like what I was saying the other day, what the energy is with it. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. The Devil, you get a huge, this one is giving a huge huge of the negative, and of course negative. It's giving the no, and then the energy is circling backwards. Okay, so let's see what else it's going to give us. Strength. Okay, what is it going to tell us about strength? What are you going to tell us about strength? I put my arm here so it's a little easier to rest it there, but what it's giving us is strength is gained from the positive. Okay? Yes, strength is gained from the positive. So let's just watch this for a little while and see what else it's going to do. Definite yes on this. If you want strength, you develop the positive. There it goes. Positive energy. And ultimate strength is okay, so it's going to tell us to remain in the positive. Not a surprise. The Empress. Let's see what it's going to tell us about the Empress. So this is about, being fulfilling, giving, having a lot, the Empress, yes. It's about giving what you have to give, okay? It's about, that's a huge one. Giving back what you can give back to the universe, okay? Being, yeah, there it goes in the positive. So the more you give back to the universe, the more you get, okay? You gain energy. The more positivity you give out, the more energy you gain. The more you stay to the dark, the more your energy is sapped, okay? It will deplete energy, okay? The Star. So going towards higher values, keeping your attention in the higher things, the higher realms. It's about keeping your attention in the higher realms. It's a definite yes for that. Okay. Okay. Again, positivity. Positivity. So, positivity. This is about, keeping one's self-centered on truth, inner truth. Keeping one's self-centered on inner truth. Yes. Keeping oneself centered in inner truth. And what I like about this card is he is sitting there moving forward. He's not running, he's not walking, he's just sitting there. And because he's in inner truth, he's moving forward. As you can see in this card, he has a white aura, and above him are the angels, okay? Angels, the higher realms, okay? Aiding him with this inner truth as he stays in inner truth. Gives him the wisdom to know what to cut and when. He's got the sickle in his hand too, okay? So part of the inner truth is to cut through illusion, cut through delusion. You know, part of the job of being a guru is that one is there to confront the illusions, okay? They're to confront those things that keep people on the wheel, to keep them, the conditioned mindsets. It's to aid to break through the conditioned mindsets, such as these ideas that a lot of people have about gurus. They should dress a certain way, they need to look a certain way, they need to talk a certain way, all these preconceived notions that people have surrounding it. So part of the job is to break through that, okay? To bring the light and shed light on where the darkness is. What is the darkness, okay? How to prevail against it. So this saps your strength, okay? People think they gain strength from entering demonic realms of jealousy, hate, all of these things, and they want to expend their energy on that. Well, they're not gaining energy, they're just expending energy. So again, if you want real strength, you stay to the higher things. If you want to be creative, the more you give out, the more you give back, the more you get, okay? Keeping yourself on the higher values and keeping to the truth, inner truth, okay? If you stick to inner truth, you have a sickle in hand, okay? Just, okay? So sometimes holding to the truth requires having a sickle. Okay? So I'm going to leave that here. We're going to pick, I think we'll pick one from the shaman's dream and just see what we get with that. We haven't done that, so I'm going to give it a try and we'll see what happens. If I pick one from the shaman's dream, what is it going to say? What is it going to give us? Okay. You can also use a card for a starting point. Okay. I don't know why the universe is having me give all this out on pendulums now, but it simply is. So, okay. Garden of Venus. Rest and renewal. Okay. Garden of Venus. Okay. So what is Venus? Venus is the aspect of love. Okay. So we have here an open glen. Walk through, you have a heart suspended up there. You have the butterflies of transformation. If you rest, okay, let's see what we have here. We'll talk about it, and as we talk about it, you watch and see what the pendulum does. So the Garden of Venus, of rest and renewal, is entering the heart center. Okay. The more that one stays and sees from the heart center, the more energy will develop of a spiritual nature. Okay? And it's saying, yes, that spiritual energy awakens the more that one is in the heart center. Okay? And it's a place where one can rest. You know, I've talked many times about the temple, that you are a holy temple. Okay? Wherever you're at is holy ground if you keep in the mind of sacredness. Okay? If you stay in the mind of sacredness, you are on holy ground. Because the divine is wherever you are at. Okay? Wherever you are at, the divine is present. Okay? Spiritual connection. There we have again the spiritual energy. It's confirming that. So wherever you're at, if your mind is in sacredness, because God is not more one place than another. Even though people have this conditioned idea about God is in one place more than another, that's just a mental framework. Because God is equally everywhere at one time, equally. He's equally, God essence is equally everywhere, okay? We're getting another confirmation of spirituality with that, okay? God is equally everywhere. Now, let's try something and just see what happens. The devil is equally everywhere. Is the devil equally everywhere? Okay. Is the devil equally everywhere? Okay, we've got that to some degree. Okay, so why is it to some degree? It's skewed. If the mind is in that skewed place, okay? If the mind is in there in a hell realm, then it's there, okay? Because what you are gravitating to is what you're projecting and what you're creating. And Spirit is confirming that, okay? Quantum. If that's where your mind is located, then hell is there, okay? But God is equally there, okay? But you've just got to uncover it. You got to let go of the dark, let go of the dark, so that that essence can be found. It's there, okay? It's there. It's just covered over with delusion, with illusion, okay? With the things of ego, okay? Yeah, that which is skewed, ego, okay? So it's going back again to truth here again. So yeah, you can sit there and ask it if you are saying something wrong. It will tell you a no. So let's see. We're going to say an absolutely falsehood and see what happens. Okay? The devil is more powerful than God. The devil's more powerful than God. So that's where your attention should, it's saying no. No. No, the devil is not more powerful than God, okay? No. Okay? And it's probably going to get the swinging even more power. Yeah, it says absolutely not. That is a falsehood. There is no way, Jose. Okay, let's reverse that. Okay? God is always more powerful than the dark. Light is always more powerful than the dark. Okay? Yes. So again, one can pick one and can ask questions on this subject, talk about the subject, and it will let you know if you're going in the right direction or not, if you work your pendulum right. Now, I have had times where, especially with a crystal pendulum, where I've had a nasty entity try to sneak in and skew it. So when I go to work with it, I always ask first, are you clear? Are you going to give me a correct reading? Do you bow to the light of truth? Yes. Now, if you have one, okay, that is, been invaded with a nasty negative little entity, you can get rid of it. Okay, you can get rid of it. So don't use a pendulum that doesn't bow to the light of truth. Negative spirits will not bow to the light of truth. They absolutely will not. Okay? They will rail against the truth. Okay? Rail against the truth. Okay? So you never use a pendulum that doesn't bow to the light of truth. Okay? So yes, I have had that before where a little entity tried to get in. When I was doing those readings with the other side with Siddhananda, every once in a while we'd have one little entity coming in that would try to, try to sneak in there with some negativity and stuff. I'd get rid of them. No, no, I don't think so. You do not belong here. We are not going to engage with you. Okay? So sent them on their way rapidly. Okay? Now, when I was doing that, like I said, I went to Mexico and I came back. I had brought back all of these stones with me. And all these souls gravitated to the stones to be worked with. Okay? Now, this had never happened in my life before. It was not something I asked for, not something I looked for. but they were there, okay? So the way I found out if they were there, now I don't think we've got anything in any of these, but we'll see. So what I would do, I would hold it in one hand, okay? And I would say, you know, is there a being here? If there's nothing, it's dead energy, okay? If there's something that wants to connect, is there someone here to connect? Okay? Bump. Is there someone here to connect? What you get is absolutely dead energy. Okay. Is there an entity? Is there somebody here? Okay. Absolutely nothing. Now, if there were, and I don't have any here now, let me see. I'll do this one. This one that I had made before. I've had this for a long time. So I do have, there is something with this one. This is a spirit stone. It's one that I had gotten, and I, you know, did all of this beadwork and everything on it. It's one I have carried for years. So it's, you know, a bit connected to a protective spirit with me. There you can see, yes, it's got a protector of sorts around it. It's something that I have accessed, and so it's picked up spiritual energy from being carried all these years. Okay? Yes. So can you show me the spiritual energy it has with it? So yes, it's a positive spiritual energy with it. Okay? So there you have it. But yeah, you could go and ask if there's something that they have to, you know, is there any benefit with carrying this? For me, no benefit to carry this. Okay. Is there any benefit for this one for me to have? Is it something that's needed? No. Okay. So again, you can go through crystals. You can ask the cards. There are a lot of things that you can do with your handy dandy rifty nifty little pendulum. Okay. So again, this is the one I've made. It's got the little hand of God, you know, hand of God on the end. So it's very easy to hold on to. I like the fact it's got a pointer because you can really get it pointing to something correctly. So this is one of my favorite ones. It's one that I made, and yeah, it's one that I've made. And because it's metal, you don't have to worry about it breaking. I don't know how many pendulums I've had that I've accidentally dropped and shattered. Okay. Now one, I went out and smashed it with a hammer. I did. because it had a nasty little entity that wanted to reside in there. And I said, I don't think so, so I got rid of that real quick. I just took it out and smashed it to smithereens, okay? And sometimes you may have some really nasty little thing that wants to kind of stay there, and so you may have to get rid of a pendulum. Doesn't happen very often, but it can happen, and so if so, take it out, take a hammer, and do it in, okay? You need to go on your way. You can't hang around here, okay? That's it. We don't engage dark energies like that. We don't engage it and allow it to stay in our area, okay? So thanks for tuning in. Love and light. See you online.